I'm just using a nice cheap static grass applicator that I bought online, and some nice, very natural looking 5mm grass. It's relatively cheap, this stuff too, and it goes an awful long way. A sheet of nice thin scrap plastic to pop my glue onto. I just pop it down onto this tin tray, so it will help with the conductivity of the applicator. Some very thick water-based glue. I like this very, very thick glue because I've noticed when you make static grass, the thick glue holds its form in a mound. If you use a runny glue, it will flatten and your grass will go down with it. So the thicker the glue, the better. Just going to do a pile of the little ones and some strips. I do all sorts of different shapes because I'm trying to get a really nice natural look when I make my dioramas. I don't really see a point in just making little circular tufts because grass does grow in different patterns in different ways. Irregularities is what I'm really looking for. These little shapes later, I'll show you why I do this, but it's all about just having it not uniform. And it's easier this way because, you know, if you want a large area of tufts, you're going to have to put a lot of little circular ones together, and this saves having to do that. I load my applicator right up with the static grass, and then I'm just going to earth the applicator to the metal tin. The little lip around it makes it even easier. And try not to earth myself. I've been zapped before with this, and it was a shocking experience, and that was not a pun. It was like a bit of a punch in the chest, so I'm very cautious now with it. I hold it as low as I can get it because that static will pull it up. As you can see, I've sort of slowed it down so you see it as it drops down, but as the grass falls down into the glue, it also is pulling the pieces that are laying down back up. So you get it really nice and close, and really put a lot of grass on so you get really lush, thick little tufts. Otherwise it's going to be kind of patchy. Got a nice carpet of the grass now. I'm just going to drop the leftover static grass onto some baking paper so I can nice and easily slide it back into the bag. That's another thing about this really lovely thick glue is you can give it a gentle little tap straight away. You don't have to worry about the glue running around and sliding around. It's lovely and firm. I try to waste as little as possible of this because you use it for just about every diorama. It's wonderful stuff. It's the most natural thing, even though it's probably the only thing I don't make myself, but it is the most natural thing that I can use to make something look so beautiful and real. They're lovely and nice and thick. These ones, I put some paintbrush bristles into them and then dabbed some white paint on top. At first I put the paint onto them, and I cut them and make them quite short, and then glued them in. It was awkward, so eventually I just glued the bristles in and then put the paint on top later because it was a lot easier to do it that way. These are fiddly to hold onto them while the paint is drying on the tips. They look nice. Just a nice little added touch, and it adds some height to it as well. I'm just using some white acrylic paint and very, very lightly just touching across the centre areas of these. I'm trying to just give what would be a natural looking sort of clump of flowers. I went over everything 2 or 3 times because one little layer of paint is not quite enough. I thought it would be, but it's not. You need to sort of build it up, and you'd be surprised. It doesn't stand out as much as you would think. This is definitely the easier way to paint these. Just glue them in first and then drop your paint on top. These would be easy to make into like bulrushes if you put some brown down. They're not meant to be anything in particular, just, you know, something a little different from just the standard grass. Just divide them. If they clump together, you'll get there with it. The yellow looks really lovely on these. I started out with a grey instead of the white. It just wasn't enough. Then I went to the white and then pink, and it wasn't enough either. The yellow comes out really beautifully. Normally I'm very cautious about stark and bright colours because they can turn things into a very unnatural looking object very quickly, but with these, very bright colours work really well, and I think even red would work very well with these. The pink, I was just trying to be subtle, but yeah, it's lovely. These are so easy, and it's so much more than just, you know, little lumps of natural grass, because you're adding colour and interest, and it's just all sorts of little things. I love how they come out, I really do. You can see I'm being really rough with them. If too much paint comes off, it's fine. You just flip the toothpick over and pick the paint back up and just spread it around, and don't be too pedantic and fussing with it, because sometimes when you're a little rougher with these things, they come out looking more natural. And that's these complete. I mean, they're very quick. The only thing that takes time is the drying of the glue underneath. It did take me 3 days to get these dry, and they're still not quite dry, so I haven't pulled them off the sheet. You can just use a blade or something to lift them gently, and you've got yourself some lovely, really thick, lush little grass tufts and flowers and reeds. These are all so easy and quick to make. They look absolutely beautiful. These long ones, I like to put them along things like, say, the centre of a road, or you could put them on along train tracks and that kind of thing. These little angular ones, I really love them just to put around corners of buildings and that kind of thing. Instead of putting lots of little clumps, I like them to sit in strips and that kind of thing. Like this one here, just one. It's very, you know, oddly shaped, but it's a one strip running along it, instead of having, like this side, you know, multiple clumps. And the little flowers, the way they come out, these are only the grey kind of dull flowers. I didn't want to go too colourful, but they really add beautiful interest to the bases. As you can see, there are no hard and fast rules to making grass tufts. You don't have to be stuck with the little circular ones. You can do them any way you like. So I hope you got something out of this, and I hope to see you next time.